A 2010 study from Princeton University found that emotional well-being rises with income, but only up to a point, approximately $75,000 per year at the time. Beyond that, more money did not significantly increase day-to-day happiness. This reveals a profound truth that our consumer culture is designed to obscure. The game of wealth is a game of diminishing returns. The most important number in your financial life is not more. It is the number you define as enough. In the next 10 minutes, you will learn the philosophical and mathematical framework for defining your personal financial finish line. You will understand why the endless pursuit of more is a psychological trap, and you will learn a three-part process for calculating your own definition of enough to achieve a state of true, lasting wealth. What is enough? It is not a number that someone else can give you. It is a state of being. It is the point at which you have sufficient financial resources to live a life that is fully aligned with your values, free from financial anxiety. It is the point where an extra dollar of income provides you with less happiness than an extra hour of your own time. The primary obstacle to defining this point is a psychological phenomenon known as the hedonic treadmill. As humans, we have a remarkable ability to adapt to our circumstances. When you get a pay raise, a bigger house, or a nicer car, there is an initial spike of joy. But that joy is fleeting. You quickly adapt. This new, higher standard of living becomes your baseline, your new normal. You are then back where you started, running on a treadmill, seeking the next upgrade, just to feel the same level of happiness. The only way to get off this treadmill is to stop running. It is to consciously and deliberately define your own finish line. The escape route is not to earn more, but to define your needs more clearly. So how do we translate this abstract philosophy into a concrete, actionable number? The process involves three distinct calculations. To calculate your enough number, we can structure it like a hierarchy of needs, moving from the non-negotiable foundation to the highest levels of freedom. Theory: the three layers of enough. Layer 1. Security. This is your financial bedrock. It is the amount of capital required to ensure that you are resilient to shocks and will never be a burden on others. This means being completely free of high-interest consumer debt, having a fully funded emergency fund of 6 to 12 months of living expenses, and having adequate insurance to protect against catastrophic events. Layer 2. Independence. This is the classic definition of financial freedom. It is the amount of capital required for your investment portfolio to generate enough passive income to cover your desired lifestyle expenses indefinitely. The standard calculation for this is your annual expenses multiplied by 25, which is the inverse of the 4% rule. Layer 3. Freedom and legacy. This is the capital required for objectives that go beyond your own personal lifestyle. This could include funding your children's education, engaging in large-scale philanthropy, starting a business that doesn't need to be profitable, or simply having a massive buffer for extraordinary luxuries or unforeseen crises. Analogy: the Transatlantic Voyage. Think of your financial life as a great ocean voyage. Security, layer 1, is ensuring your vessel is perfectly seaworthy. The hull is strong. You're debt-free. You have more than enough life rafts and supplies, your emergency fund, and the entire ship is insured. You are safe from sinking. Independence, layer 2, is having enough fuel and provisions in the hold, your investment portfolio, to reach your destination and then sail the seas for the rest of your life without ever needing to pull into port to refuel. Freedom Layer 3 is having such a vast surplus of fuel and provisions that you can change your destination on a whim, explore uncharted islands, or even tow other ships that are in distress. Your enough number is the total sum of resources required to build your ship, fuel your journey, and fund your greatest explorations. Example: calculating your personal enough number. Let's take a hypothetical individual. Layer 1. Security. They have $40,000 in student loans and car loans to eliminate. They calculate their essential expenses are $4,000 a month and want a 6-month emergency fund, which is $24,000. Their security number is $40,000 plus $24,000, $64,000. Layer 2. Independence. They determine their ideal lifestyle, including travel and hobbies, costs $70,000 per year. Their independence number is $70,000 x 25 was $1,750,000. Layer 3. Freedom. They want to leave a $250,000 legacy for a charitable cause they believe in. Their total, defined enough, number is $64,000. $750,000 plus $250,000, $2,064,000. This transforms the vague, infinite goal of getting rich into a concrete, finite, and achievable target. Defining your number is the first step. The true challenge is psychological, defending it from too powerful, corrosive forces. Pitfall. Number 1. Constantly moving the goalposts. This is the most common failure mode. You reach your target number, but the hedonic treadmill kicks in. You decide the house needs to be bigger, the vacations more exotic. You unconsciously move the finish line further away. This is a battle that is fought and won in the mind, not in the bank account. Pitfall number 2, social comparison. Tying your definition of enough to the visible consumption of others. Your neighbor's new car or your friend's kitchen renovation can act as a virus, infecting your own desires and redefining your needs. As the saying goes, comparison is the thief of joy. It is also the enemy of enough. Avoiding these psychological traps is the true test of this philosophy. But once you have defined your number and successfully defended it, a powerful mental shift occurs. This is the advanced state of mind that unlocks true contentment. The advanced strategy, the post-enough mindset. The purpose of defining enough is not to simply stop working or to stop striving. It is to change what you are striving for. The shift from accumulation to optimization. Before you reach enough, your primary focus is the accumulation of capital. After you reach enough, your primary focus can shift to the optimization of your time, your health, your relationships, and your intellectual curiosity. Money's role changes from being the goal to being a tool that serves these higher-order objectives. The power of no. Reaching your enough number gives you the most valuable form of freedom, the freedom to say no. You can say no to a career path that doesn't fulfill you. You can say no to a project that drains your energy. You can say no to social obligations that do not bring you joy. This freedom to subtract, not just to add, is the ultimate luxury, playing for the inner scorecard. As Warren Buffett has famously advised, you can finally stop playing to the world's outer scorecard of status and prestige and start playing to your own inner scorecard. You are no longer trying to build a life that looks impressive to others. You are trying to build a life that is genuinely impressive to you. This is the end game. This is true wealth. Let's distill this philosophy into its 3 essential principles. The pursuit of more is a treadmill. The default human tendency is to adapt to new levels of wealth, leading to an endless cycle of desire. True wealth is not having the most. It is having enough. Define your number in 3 layers. You can calculate your personal finish line by defining your needs for security, your resilient foundation, independence, your ideal lifestyle, and freedom, your impact beyond yourself. Adopt the post-enough mindset. Once your number is defined and achieved, the game shifts from accumulating money to optimizing your life. The ultimate prize is the freedom to say no and to live by your own inner scorecard. Wealth is not the end goal. Wealth is the tool that allows you to live your life on your own terms. If this analysis provided you with real value, invest a single click in the subscribe button to get daily access to the Codex. Knowledge is the new capital. We'll see you tomorrow.